Hello everybody, this is going to be a quick video on how to set up Contact or any other synth as a multi-timbral instance when we didn't start off that way. In Logic 9 they made it a little easier to do that, and when we moved over to Logic Pro X things changed a little bit. So rather than try to explain it, let's just go from scratch here. So let's pretend we open up an instance of Contact 5 here. Go down to our instruments, we're going to go in here, we're going to select Contact 5. Maybe we're just going to sketch or something, maybe we're going to look for sounds, doesn't matter. Pull this over. We'll start with, maybe you just want to come up with string parts, so we just pick strings here and whatever, we're messing around and we like this, but we want to keep things in the same instance. There's a lot of different reasons as to why you would want to do that, but orchestral stuff is actually a really good place to start as to the reasoning. You see all these articulations here within Symphobia, and they're all strings, of course, here. Well, I want to keep adding those, and I want to keep my strings on one channel strip for mixing later, and for making submixes and exporting stems and all that. It just makes things a lot quicker in the end. We spend hours upon hours, even days and weeks on a piece sometimes. We don't want the mixing and everything to take just as long. So this is just one of the many steps that we can take. So we could throw in some short notes here. We have the sustain controlled by the mod wheel patch, and we can add up to 16 of these, but let's just add some effects too. Let's pretend we wanted some effects and we're messing around with. Okay, now if you remember, when we opened up our track, we didn't start it as a multi-timbral instrument. When you open up something, you can check this box, check how many parts you want to add. Again, you can take it up to 16, but we didn't do that in the beginning. We just opened up Contact. And in Logic 9, you used to be able to go to track, and then there was an option to new track with next MIDI channel. And a lot of people are like, well, that doesn't exist anymore. That's not an option. Why did they take that away? And it's still there. You just have to do one little thing to kind of make that appear as an option for you, so that we can access these other channels within this one instance of Contact. And all we have to do is go here on the left. It says Instrument 1. We have it selected, so obviously it's listed here under Track. If that menu isn't down, you can kind of collapse that. Right here under MIDI channel, it's default to all. It will do this every time you create a new instance of either Contact, Omnisphere, it doesn't matter. If we select this and put it to 1, because this is the first channel, and now I actually control Logic with my iPad, but for these purposes, assuming that not everybody does that, we're going to go up to Track. And now if we go to this other section, well, now here is an option to new track with next MIDI channel, which wasn't there before. Until we put this MIDI channel to 1. If we set it to all, as it was default, that option isn't there, right? So if we select this to 1, well, now we can do that, and watch. Now, Instrument 1, we select the next channel, it still says Instrument 1, but it's MIDI channel 2. And what happens when we touch that? We get our short notes. All we have to do is repeat the process for, again, up to 16 channels in here. We want to access this third one. Same thing. Go to the other, next MIDI channel. And again, you'll see it's Instrument 1. You'll see this little 3 next to it, and 3 right here. So just switching this from all to the first one on your first track is gonna make that all the difference. So let's try one more time. Let's add an instance of the Omnisphere. Right? We're not selecting multi-timbral at first. Okay? We're just going to select an instance of Omnisphere. Omnisphere's loud. Let me turn him down, or else he's gonna blow our faces off. Okay. We'll just kind of pick something random here. Okay, we have all these different channels we can choose from, right? But again, so we like the sound that we have, and we want to stack sounds within Omnisphere. If we go to this multi-section, we see all these empty slots. Okay, same thing applies. If this is set to all, right, we're not going to see the option that we want to add a new track with the next MIDI channel. We set this to 1, and you'll see the 1 here. Well, now Logic says okay. We can do that with the next MIDI channel. Let's select something vastly different, right? Just so you can hear that it's working. There we go. It's playing the second instrument. One instance of Omnisphere. So just changing that one little thing gives you that option that a lot of us at first glance with Logic Pro X thought wasn't there. A silly little fix that makes a big difference for a lot of us. So hopefully that helps. And until next time.